Hello, my name is Les Francis and I'm running for a seat on the Rockville City Council. This is my first run for public office. During a household cleanup effort, I came across a file marked Assessments and Tax Bills. As these items had been sent to me annually, I would casually throw them in a folder and forget about them. This time, the accountant side of me took over. I scanned the paperwork and decided to take a closer look at what the taxpayer situation was in the city of Rockville relative to my personal residence. By the time I'd completed my analysis, I was shocked. During the 10-year period from 1990 to 1999, my residential property tax had gone up a total of 36% for an average of 3.6% per year, a seemingly reasonable amount close to the annual inflation rate. The 10-year period from 2000 to 2009 was the real shocker. The total city property tax leveled against my personal residence increased 147.5% over that 10-year period, for an average tax increase of almost 15% per year. I came to realize that the city of Rockville leaders had quietly increased my annual tax on my property 15% without me realizing it. They had always used the line, "There will be no tax rate increase again this year," while being fully aware that real property values had increased dramatically, resulting in these types of huge increased tax burdens on Rockville residents. So I asked myself the question, where did all this additional tax revenue go? To get an answer to this question, I set out to analyze the operating budgets of 6 to 8 municipal governments in the D.C. metro area, from Fredericksburg, Virginia to Frederick, Maryland, and compare them to the city of Rockville budget. What I found was once again shocking to me. It can best be summed up in the words of a study conducted by the National Golf Foundation when asked to take a look at the troubled Red Gate Golf Course operated by the city of Rockville. The consultant's report stated that the city has one of the highest overall expense structures he had ever seen in his more than 20 years of budget analysis. The entire Rockville city government appears to need a right sizing from top to bottom in order to be able to operate at a fiscally responsible level. Many city administrative departments operate at a staffing level 30 to 40% above those of similar sized municipalities. Wasteful spending on consultants like the $500,000 poorly advised expenditure to study the Rockville Pike need to stop. Then there's the $75,000 expenditure to unnecessarily create a new city logo and tagline called branding. Spending like this must be stopped. There is a need to recognize that the failing Red Gate Golf Course should no longer be subsidized annually with more than $700,000 of taxpayer dollars. The loss of $900,000 of tax revenue from a single source due to lack of proper fiscal oversight cannot be tolerated. How many other lost tax revenue situations exist? For more than a decade now, Rockville city leaders have pursued a policy of tax, borrow, and spend. This must cease. If I am elected to the Rockville City Council, I pledge that I will return fiscal responsibility to city government operations. I will work diligently to reduce the city operating budget and related taxes by a factor of 10 to 20% in each of my 2 years in office. The elected leaders of the city of Rockville seem to have forgotten that there are large numbers of people who are not able to deal with the constantly increasing tax burden imposed on them by elected officials of the city of Rockville. My run for city council is an effort to give people like this a voice. I ask that come November 8th, you cast a vote for less taxes, less government, and less Francis for city council. Thank you very much.